All right. So welcome everyone to tonight's event, The Sonics of Hip Hop. My name is Stephanie Keating Miller. I am in the Learning and Creativity Department here at the Albright-Knox, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to this event in conjunction with our exhibition, In These Truths, now on view at Albright-Knox Northland until June 3rd. So thank you all for joining us. I just want to quickly thank some of our sponsors who you will be able to see on screen. So I just want to thank the sponsors of our exhibition and our public programs. And to thank you for joining us all. And it is now my pleasure to welcome Aitina Fareed-Cooke, one of our co-curators for the exhibition, who will be taking over introducing our performers. So Aitina, in addition to being our co-curator, is an accomplished Christian hip hop artist under the name AI The Anomaly, an award-winning photographer, and a coordinator and educator for various local nonprofits. And we are so excited to have her here to help facilitate tonight's program. So Aitina, you can take it away.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad to be here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's been an honor and privilege to work with Albright for the last few years, specifically as it pertains to In These Truths. And I'm just really excited about what's to come in a moment, but specifically excited about the process of curating or co-curating In These Truths at Albright-Knox. So make sure if you're in Buffalo or if you're not, come through, come check out the gallery space. It's a beautiful exhibit showcasing over 20 Black artists who are phenomenal within their spaces. And alongside, exposing individuals to these phenomenal artists, myself, Idris, and Aaron, the curators, wanted to create opportunities for individuals to learn about others outside of that space, but just learn about the culture in other ways. So throughout the time of the exhibit, there's going to be moments and opportunities for you all to learn about various community leaders, various entrepreneurs, various company heads, if you will, artists in other mediums, whether it be dance or, poetry or what have you. And I felt like it was necessary for individuals to learn about what I love, the art of hip hop. And what better way to usher us into this than to create space for my own personal producer and engineer who I've been working with for a number of years now. I wanted to make sure that you guys got to get a taste of what he does and his team from Banger House. I'm just excited. I'm not going to talk too much here. I want to really introduce Carolinah Blu and his team. So known professionally as Carolinah Blu, Robert Herod Jr., the son of Susan and Robert Herod, is an American recording producer, beat maker, songwriter, mixing engineer who has been producing and ghostwriting music for over 17 years. He was born and raised in Buffalo, New York, and a graduate of Emerson High School. He was always into sound, starting from fixing radios, broken electronics. A close friend exposed him to a music sampling keyboard. And it was not long until he was producing for Benny the Butcher, Conway, Lloyd Banks, G Unit, Ill, AI, Scratch, Dan Marsh, L-Biz, King Kali, Carl Rose, Zadok, Amber Simone, Quadir Latif, Miles B, Mean Doe, Green, Mace, Orion, Son of Tony, and many others. Like, that's a long list, and it's a whole bunch more. He's very, very talented. He has scored films, documentaries, is one of half of the production team. So Banger House is a team of producers. It's a team of amazing individuals, and they are going to give you a taste of what they do. I like to think about the exhibit as this orchestra. And the different pieces that are on the walls are like these different sections of an orchestra. Well, tonight, this music is like an orchestra of sound. So this is the sonics of hip hop. You get to really understand the intricacies, if you will, of how music is created, and also like the platform for artists to just really dance and create art within their lyrics. So without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Banger House. I believe we're going to start off with one member, and his name is Staxx. All right, take it away.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Appreciate everybody coming in. You know, Albright-Knox. I'm just gonna play some music. I constructed these beats for battle purposes. So we just gonna kick it off and let's go. Yeah. So, like I said, I constructed these beats for like a beat battle purpose, and in beat battles, you kind of have to switch it up maybe like every 6 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Keep the energy going, raise the energy, keep the person occupied, keep their mind occupied, kind of wow them, and it's like I love doing it. Me and my partner Carolinah Blu, he keep me on my toes. You know, so yeah, let's go to this next one, and I'm sure people gonna have some questions. I'm definitely open for anything you want to know, the process of anything I'm playing, and yeah, let's keep it going. Okay, this one right here, yeah. I named this one Spooky because it kind of got like a Halloween vibe to it, And then here go, a change where I switched up the semitones to, surprise you a little bit. Still keep the hard drums knocking, Here go another change. Like I said, in a beat battle, you gotta kind of switch up the energy a little bit, catch you off guard, kind of wow the crowd. Throw little pieces in there just to, keep it spicy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep it spicy. Here's another change for you. That's that energy that I was talking about. You gotta have that energy, take them up, The surprise. So, like I said, that one was called Spooky. A spooky little Halloween vibe. I liked the chords. I liked the keys that I picked for that one, the sample. This next one is a familiar sound because I like to manipulate sounds and samples and different things, and take a familiar sound that everybody knows, but the way that I did it, I think I did a real good job at it. The way that I did it, I never heard anybody freak the sample. Like I said, it's a familiar sample, but I never heard anybody freak it the way that I did. So, like I said, I'm definitely open for questions about it, and let's go to the next one. Let's see if anybody can catch this. It's everybody's favorite. I got a question here, everybody. I'm sorry to look away, but we gotta talk to the people. Yeah, I'm gonna get to the question in 1 second. Set the freak the sample. There we go. How do you balance keeping Okay, this is Kenny Knoxville. How do you balance keeping a vibe yet leaving enough space for the artist to rap as to not oversaturate the beat with too many instruments? Well, see, that's a good question, right? Because it's to me, I operate on like 3 different ways. It's one, I set up music for like an artist to listen to, and then I set up the beat for an artist to rap on, which is more so stripped down than anything. And like I said in the beginning, I brought these in today. I set them up because they were for beat battle purposes. So like I said, as far as beat battles go, you kind of got to switch it up. The way I like to do it, the way that I studied, I studied the culture of beat battling. You got to switch it up like every 6-7 seconds. You take it out. You might bring up the energy. You drop the bass. You drop the drums. Let the drums rock on their own. Catch the vibe like that. But you want to definitely spice it up, switch it every, 6 or 7 seconds. So as far as like, oversaturating a beat or something like that, these that I brought in today are definitely beat battle purposes. But we have an amazing catalog of music strictly, for artists that just get on and vibe out, write to. You can reach out to anybody and we'll get that to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm open for questions and let's go, let's see. But how about we're gonna bring Carolinah Blu in here. Yeah, let's bring my partner Carolinah Blu. Let's bring him in here. We're gonna set this up. All right.
Good evening, everyone. How we doing? Thank you for coming by, giving us a moment of your time on a Friday. Thank you so much. My name is Carolinah Blu. I am going to take you guys from silence, similar to this here, to sound. So I'm going to kind of explain the process of making a hip hop record from the beginning to pretty much the end. The first thing that I want to do is, I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and I'm going to give you an idea of how this thing starts. There's 101 ways to skin a cat, so the couple of ways I'm going to show you today, these ways are a couple different ways. There's a lot of ways to do this thing, but I got a couple I would like to share with you. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to start here. Okay, so initially, when you're getting ready to start a hip-hop beat, either you're playing on a keyboard, either you're playing some drums, either you're looking for some samples. I'm a sample-heavy producer. So what I like to do is I kind of like to get into the bag of samples. I like to see if I can find something that can get me going, or per se get the creative juices going, So what I have here is, let me see, I'm going to go into, okay, so initially the samples may not be so neatly placed. They may be sporadically placed. I may have them online. I might have to go get them online. I might already have them in a folder, but I'll play a couple. So something along the lines like this. And I'm just kind of trying to find some inspiration. That one's not grabbing me so much. That's a little busier than the vibe I'm trying to go for. Oh, okay, that's some nice drums. Those I can get with that, but still not quite there. So let's try this out. Still some more nice drums. I need something a little more organic. Nah, not that. That's bad. Oh. Okay, so see, I like that. That's smooth. It's a nice vibe. The chords feel good. That's something we should be able to work with. So I think I'm gonna move that over into the session. And then I still want like a percussion thing to go along with it. So let me see if I can find a percussion thing. Sorry about having to cut it down like that. I don't want it to be too loud in you guys' ears. So yeah, I think that'll work right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stop the share of that screen, and I'm gonna share another screen, take you over to the program per se that I'm currently working in. Logic is my weapon of choice for those of you that are familiar. If not, it's an Apple, primarily, it's made by Apple for use on Apple computers. Works real smooth, allow you to get your ideas out at the speed of light. So first things first, we got the sample in here. Now, I initially had to find the tempo, different, it's different tempos for different vibes. The next thing I want to do is maybe find a bass line. So let me see if I can find something. Okay, that's warm. That give you the warm and fuzzies. Now we operating, now we cooking, now we feel, now we getting a picture. We getting a picture, a sonic picture of where we're kind of going here. I'm gonna loop this so that we don't get too far out. We don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. I mean, we could really create a song off of this. At this point, adding a bunch of things sometimes can ruin that initial vibe, and you don't want to ruin the initial vibe. So you just want to kind of accentuate that. You want to add a couple things in there to make it feel a little bit better. So let me see if I could turn this on. Oh yeah, that's good. That feels good. Okay, so now we got a nice little skeleton going on. At this time, an artist could show up, or I could pass it to the artist and let the artist kind of vibe with it. Maybe turn on the mic, let them try some of the ideas. Speaking of the artist, yeah?
I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, that's
Okay, okay.
Let me
Yeah, pick that up.
see what I can do with that.
So,
How y'all doing?
so now,
That's a vibe. Yeah, I like that.
now at this point, we have a situation going.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, you know, what artist it could go with. And this track here actually went to the gentleman that just walked in. His name is L-Biz.
I think it's good for me.
You think it's good for you? Yeah. Worked out real well, right?
You know what I'm saying?
So now there's the point where the writing, the topics, you know, what we're thinking about taking a song, where he's thinking about taking a song, some brainstorming, some penmanship, some great penmanship, and then we kind of get into doing hooks, and then we get into doing verses, and I think we're going to take a moment and we're going to do the song for you.
Yeah.
We're going to do a hook. We're going to do a verse.
Let's do it.
You ready for that, Bess?
I'm ready.
Okay, beautiful.
Happy to be here.
This song is called
Daddies, Princesses.
Here we go.
Yeah. It's a little song I made about a conversation with my daughters. You know what I'm saying? Daddy's little princesses.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta teach 'em about the birds and the bees, how to spot a thirsty young version of me. One of the greatest I'm determined to be, 'cause they say the apple don't fall far from the tree. Yeah, my princesses. Daddy's little princesses. My princesses. I love my babies. Daddy's little princesses. See, I never had the guts to disrespect my mama. That behavior from your mate should never be condoned. Take care of home, keep all them silly. Way about your drama, just do your best, but when you stress, step away from your phone. Soon as you brew the tea, if it's too hot, they quick to spill it. And the best of your besties can turn to super villains. Hard enough to be woman in this society. Be if you turn victim a statistic to the streets. Nah, honor your father up in heaven and the one on earth. Maintain your character when these characters trying to work your nerves. You probably thinking my advice was premature. Just trying to protect my babies from these grown little boys. You my princesses. Daddy's little princesses. Yeah. Gotta teach 'em about the birds and the bees, how to spot a thirsty young version of me. One of the greatest I'm determined to be, 'cause they say the apple don't fall far from the tree. Yeah, my princesses. Daddy's little princesses. Yeah, you're my princesses. Daddy's little princesses. To all the girl dads in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, now that's a couple of those, and you got a situation going on.
Yeah.
Biz, man.
Blessings. Oh man, thank you for having
You
me.
gonna stick around, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a little
Okay.
while, man. I like this seat.
Okay, so all right. So I'm hoping you guys are hearing everything. I'm hoping everything's going pretty clear. We spent a little bit of time trying to get the sound to a comfortable volume where it's not crackling or distorting anything like that, so you can actually hear it. We may be able to turn it up a little louder, but it's just safer the way that we have it. So okay, so now we got one down, and what we want to do is we want to get to a second song. We have a second song. This song is a little bit different, and that's mainly because I actually sampled something that was from a different record, so you get an idea or an understanding of how that works. I am going to load that up now, and then I'm gonna share my screen.
It's like a mad scientist at work, man.
Yeah, this may not be the most glorious of aspects of the music, but once I get the screen going, we'll get an opportunity to move into the next song. Now, while I'm waiting for that to load, when as a producer, which I consider myself a producer, there is a beat maker, a person that just makes the music, and then there's a person that works with the artist, works with the music to give you a final product. I pride myself in doing that. With the way that goes is you have to get yourself outside of egos. You have to get yourself away from feeling certain ways and just being rigid. And you got to kind of flow. You got to go with the current in order to get to the end game, which is a decent song, a song that hopefully makes you feel a way. Because, you know, this is how we communicate. This is, as musicians, we communicate through our music. So I have the other thing up now, so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys and gals what to do, how we got to that point. So I have another folder of samples, right? Now these samples are more than less what some hip hop heads might really have been looking for. I still love you, babe. Now that's good. That was a great vibe. It wasn't a bad vibe. It was a great vibe. But at the same hand though, you know, you're looking for something. You're looking for something specific. You want a certain feeling. You don't want it to be something that is controlling you. Yeah. You don't want it to be something that's controlling you. You want to control it. You want it to talk to you. So these are good samples. These are great samples. We could build some awesome songs off of it. But with something along the lines like, okay, so I'm hearing it, and I'm like, yeah, where's this going? Is it going anywhere? So I kind of skip ahead, because you got to check the whole song out. Oh, wait a minute, we got strings. Wow. Yeah, listen. Listen, so now when you're creating your music, you have a couple options. It has a few different dimensions in it. You can speed it up, you can slow it up or slow it down. You can pitch it down or you can pitch it up. You can cut bits and pieces out of it and play it back. You got a lot of different options. But I'm liking this. I'm really digging this. Okay, then it came back down. It calmed back down. Okay, that's good. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna load up. We're gonna go back into Logic, and we're going to see what we were able to come up with from that. So initially, let me see. Are we here? Let's see where we at. Okay, those are drums. We're not gonna start with the drums. We're gonna let's go with the intro. Okay, so this has been sped up. It's been pitched too. Actually, let me see. I could show you the pitch change on it. We pitched it up 5 semitones, and it kind of got rid of some of the dreariness of it. It's still kind of like a rainy day, but it's a little easier to groove with. It's a little easier to move forward with. So from that point, we get into what we call a loop. Now we got the loop. Now it's not going all over the place. It's kind of staying in a pocket. So from that point, what we want to do is we want to thicken it up, because strings are light. You need some bottom. It's hip hop. It's bottom in hip hop. You gotta have some bottom. So what I believe I did with this is I believe I took the same sample and I did a thing called filtering. Now, if you listen to that, you may not even be able to tell that bass was actually in there. But once you use your EQ to do some filtering with, like if I turn the EQ off, you'll see, let me see, is that the wrong EQ? No, that's the right EQ. Oh, think I filtered it once, then filtered it a second time to really get rid of some of that loud, the highs out of it. So I can't quite take it back to you. But I mean, I can assure you that it sounded like this initially. And actually, you know what? I'll go this way with it and I'll reverse engineer it. There we go. Now we're finding the bass. And then if you take that sound and you raise that up, you end up with the version of this where we really kind of cooked it. So now we got the bottom, we grabbed the bottom from the sample itself. Some people call it cheating, some people call it being creative. I call it art. I mean, it's art.
That's amazing.
So now we playing them together, right? That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. So now we got a full piece going. So then now you gotta have some drums, right? Initially, the thing about drums is I'm not a drummer by nature. I sample heavy, so I'm looking through drums. I'm trying to find something that's going to give me a feeling out the gate, right? So these drums here, per se, let me bring up the. Now, the thing about these drums they were originally faster than what I ended up playing them as to fit them into the pocket along with the sample and the bass line. So that's a good thing to know that you can control the tempo like that. So all of them together comes like this. Now we got a hip hop song, y'all. That is as hip hop is going to get. So the next thing that we want to do is we would like to, figure out what artists we would put on this. Yeah, let's see.
Hey, what's up, sis?
Let's see.
Surprise.
Right. Let's see who comes in and offers some flavor for her.
Yes.
Going on right now.
This is AI.
Beautiful thing going on right now.
Surprise.
So what we're gonna do, AI, if you're okay with it, we're gonna get ourselves a little bit of a taste of a song.
Let's do it.
You wanna do that? Okay, cool. So this song is called Journal Entry 6, Better Days. Through AI's career, she's done these songs called journal entries where it's thoughts. Well, I mean, it's journal entries, really. It's things that she's written down, things that she's cared about, and we put it in song form. So keeping the music simple, but keeping it dense allows her to move through it freely. And this is what she came up with.
See. It's so smooth.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy how it didn't start off this way. Yeah. La-di-da-da-da-da. Yeah. I've been looking for some couch cushion. Yeah. I've been looking for some change. Yeah. I've been looking and I'm tired now. Yeah. I've been looking for some change. Better days. I've been looking. Better days. Yeah. Better days. Yeah. Without pain. And I ain't there yet. I'm just next steps. I gotta take the action. Take the inventory. See what I am lacking. What do you store in your mind of madness? While time attacking. How would you load your baskets? And if it's filled, will you share them apples? Or will you keep them? What happened to our leaders? Yeah. Brothers keep them. And we pointed fingers. Swallow gems. Go ahead and look me in my eyes. Tell me what's new to you. This brown that you see. When I see it, I see beautiful. You may base it off the news or the stereo, that's typical, but really hope you see me. Absence of the statistics, I'm kinda like you. I'm just trying to mind my business. I'm just trying to build a picket fence for my children. I'm just trying to teach them love, peace, fulfillment, unify all the minds. You see how when we divide, we don't get nowhere. I'm really sick of here. I'm just trying to make it. I'm trying to make it clear. Yeah, yeah. I've been looking in the couch cushion. Yeah. I've been looking for some change. Yeah. I've been looking and I'm tired now. Yeah. I've been looking for some better days, better days. Better days, better days. Do-do-da-da. Yeah. Better days. Now that's smooth.
Yeah, that's smooth.
That's blue.
That's smooth. Yeah, listen.
That's nice.
Listen. So, okay. So we went from silence to sound. And realistically speaking, I've been blessed to be around some really creative people. And I don't think it's happenstance. It's by design. Creativity begets creativity. And at this point, at this juncture, if anyone's that's just beginning or just starting out, the rule of the 10,000 hours is important. You really need to spend time on your craft. You really need to get lost in your craft. You really want to find yourself losing days. You know, you want to find yourself losing days in your craft. It won't. Yep. It won't be. Yeah. It won't be something that you're going to get overnight. Your music is going to gradually get better as time goes on. Some people progress faster than others. This guy here progressed extremely fast.
He was my mentor.
And yeah, until we became partners. Yeah, until we became partners. So you also want to find an artist. You want to find someone that believes in you as much as you believe in them.
Truth.
These two artists for me are they're lifelines for me. You know, in the sea of nonsense, you know, that you got to kind of weed through. These two kind of up the levels. They allowed me to be me because they were so good at being them. As a producer, a lot of times you spend a lot of times with the artist and you talk to them about how to say things. Maybe you might want to say this word instead of the other word. Maybe you might want to deliver it this way instead of delivering it that way. And everyone doesn't take direction like that. Everyone doesn't need direction. But as being a producer, you have to listen from the creative side and you have to listen from the person that's going to enjoy it, that had nothing to do with making it side. So these two folks here, I just worry about the music and how it sounds. They come with the ideas. They come with the complete package. They come with the cadence. If you didn't notice, both of them rap and sing.
Thank you. I don't consider myself a singer.
I found some. Right? Yeah, they'll tell you they won't. But that's all hey, listen, I'm making sure.
Above
Yeah.
normal level.
Yeah. So I think this is going to conclude the training portion. Hopefully you guys and gals liked it. Really appreciate y'all spending some time with us. We're going to open up for some questions. Ask anything, whatever you like. You can point it out. This is Willie Staxx. I'm Carolinah Blu. That's L-Biz.
My name is L-Biz.
And we all know the wonderful AI.
The anomaly.
And I would like to thank the Albright-Knox Gallery for allowing us to deliver this form of art.
Amen.
Because this is an art form. And sometimes it's an ugly art form, you know, and sometimes it's a really uplifting, really beautiful, really great feeling art form. It's been something for inner city kids to really get themselves lost in and be productive, you know. So it's been good to me. It's been good to the people in the room, and I'd just like to say thank you. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll do the Q&A from here. Oh, there it is.
All right.
So one of the things that you just said, sometimes it's an ugly art form, but sometimes it can be beautiful. And I think that because of the opportunity, we get to represent and showcase that beauty, you know, and what hip hop is. Like, you listen to L-Biz and he spoke about Daddies princesses and about his daughters, you know,
Right.
and what he wants them to do, what he wants them to strive towards, and how he is protecting them.
Yeah.
Right.
And then with my, you know, song, just wanted to showcase, you know, my blackness and,
Yeah,
and
right.
that being okay, and how I move is not this, it may not be what's typical.
Right.
Like I said, it's not your, you know, stereotypical woman in this skin, if you will. All right, so we have these questions. Shannon Mays asks, which DAW do you use? Am I saying it right?
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
I use Logic primarily. Logic is my weapon of choice. I am I'm a certified Pro Tools operator, and I've been dabbling in Studio One, and I think Staxx and I moved into Logic from Reason. So we became really good masters, and I believe Biz uses Reason. Biz is a producer also.
Yeah, I use Reason and
Yeah.
I use Reason and Sonar actually. Sonar.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Sonar.
PC man.
Yeah, I
They
work on
do
the PC.
exist.
I'm not a Mac man. I'm a PC man. I'm the last of a dying breed.
Skin and cats.
Yeah, skin and cats. What else you got for us, AI?
All right, so we have another question up here that says, do you have to pay for using samples?
Yes, let's talk about that. There's a couple of different ways. There's samples. You can sample a heartbeat. You can sample a pencil hitting a piece of glass. The creativity is all in you.
Yeah.
If you decide to sample someone else's work that they put out, yes, you should pay them. You should 100% pay them, because if somebody sampled my work, I would expect for them to pay me. So you got to be careful. When you're just starting out making music, I say make as much music as you can possibly make. Don't worry about that aspect of it, because what you're trying to do is get your skill together. Yeah. Once you get your skill together, whatever you're sampling, you can make funky. You don't have to worry about sampling from here or sampling from there. You just want to learn how to sample. You want to hone those skills. But if you're going to do a major release, yes, you're going to definitely need to get in contact with said artist, said record label, set up something, split your profits, maybe pay them. It's a collection of different things that can happen. So you always want to be, you always want to be careful when you're just sampling stuff willy-nilly. Like, you don't want to just sample Stevie Wonder stuff. You don't want to just sample Prince stuff.
Yeah, be business savvy.
Yeah. Don't even waste your time on it. Yeah, hopefully that answered the question.
Yeah, it's like it's someone else's art.
Right.
You want to respect them
Yeah.
for their creation and time that was
Yes.
placed into it.
Absolutely.
All right, so we have another question here. And it said, well, they quote, I've been looking in the couch cushions.
Hey.
I've been looking for some change.
Yeah. I
So-
said that when I walked in.
It says, you speak to the 10,000 hours being important. How can I stress the importance of that to high schoolers that share your passion? What initial building blocks should I instill upon them?
That's a good question.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good question.
I can tell you what, it didn't feel like 10,000 hours to me.
Yeah.
When I got started, yeah, it was something where, we're not gonna go too deep with it, but yeah, life coming up was hard, it was difficult, and I found myself on punishment a lot, and on being on punishment, I was kind of left to my thoughts and the radio. So I grown to have a love for the radio, and then I realized through a friend that I might even be able to make what's on the radio. So once I went down that path, it wasn't anything that anyone needed to tell me I needed to do. That's all that I wanted to do. So what I would say is, when speaking to your students, they need to find out what drives them that way and then go down that path. Yeah. Whether it's music, whether it's cooking, whether it's creating things, whether it's videography, whether it's cameras, speaking, debating, there's jobs for everything that anyone likes per se. But they need to find what they're passionate about and just kind of throw on the blinders and go straight at it. with nothing to get in the way. I mean, there was times that as I was young, I would work, come home, do just as much time on making music as I just did at a part-time job or a full-time job, and wouldn't think it wasn't an option to do anything else. That's all I was working this job to get back home to do that. And if you can find something that's that important to you,
can I add to that? Can I add to that?
Yeah.
I think that one of the building blocks for me was realizing how much writing music and writing songs put a smile on my face and allow for me to, you know, to have some joy. So, you know, to the students, it's, you know, identifying or having them think inside themselves, identifying the thing that puts a smile on their face the most. It may not necessarily be music. It could be, you know, sports or art, painting, taking photos, being a photographer, whatever the case may be.
Right.
If it puts a smile on your face and you identify that it brings a smile to your face regularly, then that's usually the thing that you want to lead with. And then identify someone in that same space that's achieved a high level and realize how much time they put in. Because, you know, there's nothing, Nas said it, there's nothing new under the sun, right? So there's always somebody out there that's done it before you. They might not have taken the same path as you, but if you can hone in on that one person, a LeBron James, so to speak, he spent 18 years trying to get to the NBA.
Right.
He couldn't do that in 10 years. It took him 18.
Right.
You know, some people that it took less time, but they all put a lot of hours in. So once you identify the thing that puts a smile on your face, find that same person that's in that same path, that same craft that you can follow and be inspired by.
Yes, sir.
This man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right.
All right, so we have a couple more questions, and also our time is running down. So I'm going to ask this one from Emily. What is the biggest thing that you each hope to accomplish through your art form?
Wow. That's a great question. I've been conflicted, to say the least. There's two ways to do this music. You can do the music full out, irregardless of message, irregardless of sound, tone, or you can try to tell a story. You could try to uplift. You could try to give the person something more than just something to listen to for a couple minutes. So I feel like aligning myself with people that have the wherewithal to think about what they're saying and understand the importance of what's being said and how it's being received and who may hear it and who may not hear it, and align myself with them so my music can go out or provide them with a landing strip to, you know, deliver their message. So I love to deliver music with a message. Yeah.
You want me to go next?
got?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll pass you.
Yeah,
I got
what you
you.
got?
The biggest thing that I want to accomplish, I think I kind of have had an experience in accomplishing it in certain levels already. The whole reason why I started doing music in the first place was to see someone else be able to achieve their dreams as an artist. And like recently, I've been able to help other artists to be heard on large radio platforms.
Yep.
To be featured, have their music featured on movies and stuff like that. So I've been able to accomplish that already. Aside from any monetary gains, I just want to be able to teach people and shed some light on who I am as a person. That's really it. Like, just to have my voice be heard, and then inspire my children. You know, like, in order to change the world, we have to look in the mirror first and change ourselves. And once we can do that, then we can teach other people. And I've seen it, and, you know, in my own children, the drive that I have to push my career forward is leading into my daughter, and she's doing amazing things on her own, and I'm proud of that. So, you know, that's really all I can ask for, and just, you know, God order my steps, man. I'm excited, and we doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Master William. As far as me, I'm gonna touch on what Blue and Biz said. We have been able to be blessed to have our music placed in movies, industry artists, you know what I'm saying? But for me, I never stop learning. I'm like a nerd when it comes to things. Now, I always haven't been on that path. It was always sound, getting it. But now I love to learn. He taught me the importance of reading things and not jumping head in, but figuring out. So for me, just the learning, and you can never stop learning it because they're always coming up with new things, new processes. If anybody who listens to music, you pay attention, mixes and masters are totally different now than they were 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, and you wanna stay current. You want your stuff to go over well. You want people to listen and enjoy it. So you have to learn different things. So that's it for me. You can just never, stop learning and, stay open for opportunities and just stay ready. Have that catalog thick and just stay ready,
That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I know. For me, ignite thought, expand perspectives. That's what everything I do. That's my hope. All right, we're gonna jump into Norseman. For those looking to grow in this form of music and production, are there any suggestions for platforms for people to engage and to practice, or any other advice that would allow upcomers to learn more?
SoundCloud will accept almost anything that you're willing to load. There is a community in SoundCloud of truth tellers. So if you want to find out where you stand, get personal with SoundCloud. Maybe start there. But you got.
Sometimes you can't get discouraged.
Okay.
When they tell the truth.
True indeed. Yep.
And then always you got to take that as a grain of salt as well, because somebody could just be having a bad day, and they just want to hate on everything they hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely, like he said, SoundCloud, get your run your laps, as we say in Banger House, run your laps.
Yep.
Get right, get conditioned, because it's a cold world.
Yeah.
It could be long, it could be short. It's just depending on how you give it up and stay in it and stay focused and drill that passion.
If you're a producer, find an artist. If you're an artist, find a producer. Try to find someone that y'all can come up together with. Not necessarily for any reason other than the trade-off is amazing. I've run into these two at, they were already at a level. I was already at a level. So we were able to join up on that level and go to additional levels. So if you meet somebody that's at your level or a stage or two higher than you, it's only going to benefit you that much more. And if you cannot find that person, or you have not found that person as of yet, the beauty of where you guys and gals stand right now is you have YouTube. You have a lot of different places, that you can extract inspiration from. You know what I'm saying? So again, just to recap, like Staxx said, you definitely got to get thick skin if you're really trying to do the music on a professional level. You got to get used to a no. You actually should probably look for the no. Yeah. You should keep asking until you get the no. Yeah. Because you got to get comfortable with that. When you get the yes, that's good. We call it a shot in the arm. You get the yes, you get a shot in the arm. Okay, I'm moving correctly. Let me keep going. But the no's are going to come in abundance, and you can't give up on that. And I think I think you guys can have that one for free, because I would consider that being life too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The no's, you can't be afraid of a no. Mm-hmm.
That's a shot in the arm as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be better.
Depending upon how you receive it, right?
Yeah, definitely. You have to be open to critiques and evaluate where your critiques are coming from, and that will help you kind of go through and see what needs to be fixed, or keep it moving. You have to motivate yourself.
Right.
Kenny Knoxville, what's up?
What up, Kenny?
I'm scared to death to use a sample due to copyright. What is the process of clearing a sample? How daunting is the task of sampling major labels' music?
Well, I'm not going to talk about it too much. I'm going to let Biz chime in a little bit. But I am going to mention two things. First things first, there's a website called TrackLib. If you can scour or you can search on that website for those samples, you can find your inspiration on that website. They make the clearance of samples extremely easy. They have it in levels, they have the price, it's already approved for clearance, you just gotta pay your little fee and then you can use it for whatever you need to use it for. However, all of the creative spices are not there. I would urge you to figure out a way to sample and reconstruct, rebuild, make something different from the sample. At times, yeah, loops are great. There's nothing wrong with a loop. But get in there, chop it, reconstruct it, deconstruct it, speed it up, slow it down. Make it where it's something that even no matter who was not able to tell what it was. Yeah. Get you someone that plays every instrument, that is extremely gifted. Pay them to replay that sample again. Because if you change a key or two on the sample, you don't necessarily have to worry about that aspect, or it will be a lot less because you didn't use their recording. The recording is what costs a lot. There's recording, there's an engineer, there's a building, there's a place, and that's what kind of eats away at your profits per se. What you got, Biz?
Real quick in regards to sampling, check out the Harry Fox Agency. If you can Google Harry Fox Agency, the primary process is just identifying who the publisher of the song is, who owns the publishing of the specific song. And the Harry Fox Agency is usually where you can go to find out. Once you find out who owns the song, it's just a matter of finding the information, contacting the owner of the publishing, identifying the time, how much time you use within the song, within the sample, and then it becomes a business transaction where you're making a request and offering them something to give, something for the sake of using their music. And then just a real quick tidbit. Mike Dean, who is a pretty big producer, engineer, one of the tricks that I know that he uses is he creates song around a sample and then removes the sample and then fills pieces in as well. So then that way you can still get the inspiration from a sample without actually using it.
Right.
You add in your own little sauces around it and build around it and then take it out. And boom, you got a song that was inspired by the sample, that's in the same key as the sample that you wanted to attack without having to worry about the clearances and stuff like that. I got songs that I tried to clear samples for, and it took me like 2 years to get a note. So don't bother if you don't have to.
That's a jewel.
That's
a jewel.
So we're coming to 7 o'clock. I just want to tap. There are a few more questions. I want to tap in with Stephanie to see if we can keep going with some of these questions are really, really good, and I think that you all have something insightful to say. But I want to make sure that we're. Oh, perfect. I want to make sure that we're being considerate. All right. So Kate asked, are there classes for young people here in Buffalo to learn how to make this type of music? I'll speak on personal experience. There's a production company called Cold Gnarly Productions, I believe, who does, I'm pretty sure he still does classes. I know that with the pandemic it was a little tough, but I'm pretty sure that may still be going on. But also, hey, me and Blue might be constructing some things in order to make that happen as well. So I don't know if you all have any other input, but that's an area that's definitely needed.
Classes, I can't say classes, but I know for myself, like I have an in-home studio that I utilize, and I have people come in. And most people that are hip hop producers, if they also double as engineers, sometimes you can pay them for the recording time or whatever time that's allotted within that time space.
Right.
And just request.
Yeah,
if you identify recording studios in your area, and then see if they have staff engineers or producers on hand, and let them know that you want to learn, and I pay the fee and go in and do your thing. You know, for engineering, if I know Guitar Center does stuff
Right.
too. So
Right.
I mean, shout out to Guitar Center, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
Yep.
All right, so Go Tar Heels
Yeah. Okay. All
says,
right.
how do you get your work out in the world? Do you publish in streaming services?
Oh, that's pretty easy. I use DistroKid. They have a yearly subscription. You pay the subscription and then you upload the music. They have like a stringent rule board that you have to follow. So if you can hit all of the nails on the head, you release your music and it will come off as professional as others that have released music before you. There's a few different companies. I really want Biz to take a second and talk about Bandcamp.
Okay.
Biz is a wizard at Bandcamp, and that's not necessarily that's not a streaming. You know, this is a different revenue for you to get some money from. So I'm gonna let
Bandcamp.com is it's an e-commerce social networking site for musicians to release music. It works similar to SoundCloud, but it's not it's not as, I guess, like open forum in that way. It allows you to have your own landing page to be able to house your music. But what's great about Bandcamp is there's no fee to utilize Bandcamp up front. The fee is there's a portion of funds that are what's called an artist share or a revenue share that you pay once you start selling music and whatnot. So that's kind of the charge. But it's excellent to be able to build your catalog, to have a landing space. I actually use it as my .com. And so, you know, you type in my .com and it goes right to that specific landing page, and it gives you an opportunity to house all your music. That's an alternate to streaming sites. I know, you know, some people are aware of how difficult it's been for artists to earn off of streaming sites, the Spotifys of the world and whatnot, as far as what they pay revenue-wise. So Bandcamp is a great alternative for people that's just starting out, that don't want to commit to a yearly subscription, but still get a chance to distribute their music as they network throughout, you know, the artist stratosphere.
also getting your music out there. This room, we've done a tremendous amount of free work.
Marketing.
There's no replacement for having a lot of music out there.
Yeah.
One song's not going to do it. And this song is not that song. You're not able to make the choice by saying, oh, this is the song. You need to have an extensive catalog, because if you think about it, when you find a new artist, you're like, oh, this is a nice song. The next thing you do, you usually go to their catalog. You usually type them up. You usually look to find them. Yeah. And for me personally, if I don't hear any more music, then that's it. You had the opportunity. Yeah. I was almost a fan because your one song led me there, but it led me to nothing. Yeah. So you're going to have to build that catalog while you're working on your craft, while you're moving, while you're steadily ascending, while you're going up. And sometimes it's not always about money out the gate. You got to give a little to get a little. You give a little more to get a little more. Sometimes you go back, sometimes it don't work out, but you stay in it and you keep going. And, you know, one day it'll be different, but you just got to stay in it, you know?
All right, let's take a couple more questions. Chocolate. Chocolate is asking, where do you each find inspiration to create music? Who and what inspires you?
My son has a knack for liking music that a lot of other people like without quite realizing.
Oh, yeah?
So I run some things by him without him even realizing. I'm running things by him just to see where he's at. If he hit me with the stale face, and I like it a lot, I'll move forward with it. But he could end it before anyone else hears it. You know, he may not know that. He might know that now. I don't know if he's going to use that to his advantage. But yeah, I definitely am inspired by what my my 12-year-old is really digging, if you could say that. And I really enjoy the finished product. Like, I'm inspired by finished work. I used to have a bunch of unfinished work, but running into Biz, his catalog is complete. Like, he can just go in the drawer and pull out an album. That is inspiring.
Oh, you guys.
You know what I'm saying? That is inspiring. So, yeah, that's a couple spots I get it from.
What inspires me to create? I'm really I'm a super positive person. I like positive energy. I read a lot. I have conversation with friends and family a lot. I am on social media a lot. Somebody asked me this the other day, and it was like, what do you do when you get writer's block or whatever? I actually scroll through social media and just kind of like let it be a roulette wheel for me and like find a topic. Yeah. Like really like just scroll down real fast and then stop the screen and be like, hey, that looks entertaining. Let me think about that. And, and like I'm into reading and like I dive into literature, words. I'm big with the thesaurus.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I love to really
doubt.
understand and know what words mean, and so I find inspiration in diving into the meanings of words, and then just also like God is heavy for me. My spirituality is very important to me, and I find a lot of energy in that. Sometimes the songs that I write, I couldn't even tell you why it came to me, but it did. And two, I find myself writing a lot of music when I'm by water, in the shower, when I'm washing dishes. It's something about the fluidity of water that just kind of opens the mind to the energies of the universe, I guess. I know I got kind of real spacey, right?
L-Biz would probably be sitting by the foot of ferry just writing rhymes. Kenny, I'm sorry.
As far as me, me and this guy right here, my partner, we have super friendly competition.
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's true.
And when I say he's not my yes man at all. Yeah. If it's not hitting, he gonna say, yo, bro,
same vice versa.
Go back. And I do that, as well. But I will say that he produced her like 85% of her project right here. So my newest inspiration, I have to land some music on your next project because this woman here is so dope. Yeah. This woman here is so dope, I swear. And
you guys.
Like I was serious, I got a whole...
She ain't that dope.
Yo, if she wasn't that dope, she wouldn't be in the room.
Facts.
Okay?
Facts.
So yeah, as far as her... this him, just the whole thing. Actually, we have we have some work with this guy right here as well. Yeah. But just this whole room. But this woman right here is phenomenal, and that's like, I couldn't be more honest.
That's real. That's real talk.
I appreciate it. I truly do. And I think what makes it dope, and we ain't even touched the surface yet.
Right?
Yeah. Just like,
we getting started.
Did we even get started? Yeah. But we have so much more in store. So it is 7:10. I figured I'll take maybe 3 more questions, and then we'll wrap this up because I don't want to hold you guys over. So I'll let this comment live. Kenny Knoxville says Sweetwater is the plug for music equipment for people with bad credit.
Hey, we teach about credit too. That's important in the music business. So don't have bad credit and get worse credit. If you need, holler at me. We can work that out.
Then we have Go Tar Heels that says, do you use any VSTs? Do you recommend any?
Oh, well, you getting into it now.
Sauce.
Yeah,
they want the secret sauce.
I am a Omnisphere user. I'm a Contact user. Excuse me. I also, I don't know. I'm gonna stay there.
Staxx.
Yeah. Staxx is the one. He does the VST thing heavy.
I'm gonna go with out the gate. I found a new love for Output Arcade. Yeah, I've been able to find some things and manipulate them and make some hits. Like I said, our catalog
Yeah.
is crazy, and I've been able to make some magic. Output Arcade. It's a monthly subscription. I think it's. I don't even care. Like I don't
Right.
even know what it
Right.
costs. They just take it. I think it's $10 a month.
Right. Right.
But
I don't know. I stopped using it.
yeah,
I
actually,
couldn't use it like he was using it, so I cut it off.
I played some things. This is a true story. I played him
Yeah.
some music, and he was like, "You know what? They could thank you for killing this subscription, for me killing my subscription,
Yeah.
because I can't do what
I
you're
can't
doing
do that. So
with
I'm
this."
out.
So yeah, so I would probably say my first new love is Arcade by Output.
Dope. And for the person that asked that question, I put the link into that question so you can tap that link and go straight into what he was talking about. So we're going to take just 2 more questions. One question is, coming to Buffalo, how can we book some studio time? That's from Shannon Mays.
I am not currently open to the public. I got a lot of things on my hands that I'm working on currently, and I try not to spread myself too thin out of respect for the people that's, decided to lock in with me. I know Biz, you may.
Yeah, I might be able to accommodate if I can't.
Right.
Personally, I have a vast network of people. So find me on Instagram at my name is L-Biz, at MYNAMEISLBIZ, and inbox me. Let me know that you were here.
Right.
And then and we can figure out if my facility works for you, or if I can tap you into my network and we can get you situated. But we here to help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
I also record as well. You can find me on Instagram. I am Willie Staxx. That's WILLIESTAXX. Also, man, you can go ahead and Gmail me. Willie Staxx music at Gmail. Same way. 2 X's on the stacks, and just let me know. I'll open up. We get busy.
Yeah.
Get
for
busy.
For sure.
All right, so there's one more question that we're going to take, and we're going to wrap it up. And then perhaps, I know that you all gave your handles and stuff, so just want to reiterate, giving those so they can stay in touch. Chocolate says, what's next for everyone? Next project, next adventure? What does 2022 have in store for each of you?
Whoa. I mean, the whole room has multiple projects together, here and there and here. And, man, listen, the year has already been filled with things.
March 5th, man.
Yeah, it is only March 5th.
Or 7th.
Yeah, it's the 5th.
It's the 5th.
I think
Yeah,
it's the 5th. Yeah, I think it's the 5th. AI and I are currently working on a project, Untitled. I'm working on a project with Biz. Staxx and I is working on a project with Biz. And I've secretively been releasing instrumental tracks. I have a couple instrumental tracks out there. That's kind of been something that I've been wanting to tackle. So I'm going to say I want to do an instrumental album before the year is out, in between the other things that I'm
Second
building.
quarter.
Yeah, second quarter.
Second quarter.
Right. Yeah. First quarter is tied. It's tied up. What you got?
I'm releasing the beat tape.
Like I said, the project with L-Biz, I'm really looking forward to that. Some placements with AI, I'm looking forward to that. I'm writing as well. I'm in touch with music managers, and get placements on movies.
Right.
You got a surprise.
The conflict. I mean, not the conflict.
Conflicted?
The conflicted. Yeah. That's something that
Oh yeah,
they're working on currently. You know what I'm saying?
Conflicted too.
That yeah. That you know
I
there's
got a placement in Conflicted.
right.
Yeah, Griselda Films Conflicted.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Tubi, Amazon.
Yeah, Tubi, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that is what's up. Yeah, we out here. Wait a minute.
Humble people in the room.
Go ahead, Biz. Fire it off. 700 projects.
All right, so so real quick. Okay, so boom. I just dropped the album at the end of the last quarter called The Cool Table. That's out right now. That is currently you can check it out. Shade 45 around 2 o'clock. They usually play some records, but that's on streaming.
They definitely do.
Let me see what else. I executive produced a project EP last month entitled Kill Cupid by an artist by the name of Alma Avrittens, which I produced some music on there as well. Let me see. I also work with the artist by the name of Pretty Bully. She's releasing a EP coming up in the next couple months. I have an EP series that's going to be coming up soon entitled I Love Lucy's. That's going to be coming in the next couple of months. And then and my brother and the Banger House team, we working on an album called Groundhog's Day, which will be coming up and probably in the second quarter. And then I have another album that's in the works as well. So before the end of the year. So I'll probably be dropping about 4 projects then, in addition to anything that I'm executive producing and obviously working with these guys. And I'm just excited, man. I'm excited. Life is good.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay busy.
My name is L-Biz. I stay busy. You should too.
Well, this brings us to the end of our time together. We definitely appreciate everyone coming out. Is there anything else you want to add before I'd wrap
Sibling
everything
rivalry.
up? Facts.
Big facts.
Super facts.
Yes, y'all stay tuned. It's a very interesting project on the way.
Yes.
It's amazing. Yes. With that being said,
Thank you for your time.
thank you.
Thank you.
God bless you.
If you want
God bless you.
to follow,
Yep. My handle is at Carolinah Blu, CAROLINAHBLU. You can catch me wherever. You can email me by that. You can catch me on Instagram by that. It's pretty easy. The H is the most important part.
My name is L-Biz. At my name is L-Biz on Instagram. Website I Stay Busy, ISTAYBIZZY, and you can Google it. I Stay Busy. You should too.
My name is Willie Staxx, WILLESTAXX. You can hit me at Instagram. I am Willie Staxx. Yeah, let's work.
dope. And AI The Anomaly, you can follow me at that. Get Focus Productions. Wrapping this up.
Yeah.
Albright-Knox, thank you so much for creating a platform, allowing for just a new, fresh, amazing, opportunity for individuals who have been doing this for years. This is has been in existence for years. Really appreciate the opportunity to showcase. Once again, shout out, and also, shout out to the curators, Idris, Aaron. Definitely, everyone, go check out In These Truths.
Yes.
Because it's phenomenal, and it's an amazing showcase of artists from all over. And just like, we orchestrated that space, this is an orchestration of sounds and people and thought. And I believe that's the same thing that is occurring in the gallery spaces. Once again, thank you. And I appreciate you all. Follow everyone here.
Yes.
Experience the sonics of hip hop.
Yeah.
It's in your hands, Stephanie. It's your turn.
Thank you all for coming. We hope you have a great rest of your night. Bye, everyone.